good, yeah. Hello everybody, this is Purge bringing you guys game 1 of the GosuLeague. This is Division 1, Empire versus mouz. And it should be a lot of days, a good day of Dota is what I mean to say. After this set, this is going to be a 2-game set, by the way. We're going to be watching Empire versus DD immediately after this. So Empire's trying to get all of their games out of the way today. So let's take a look at the standings. To do this, I'm going to go to play.gosugamers.net. That's our tournament portal website if you guys ever want to sign up to participate in the GosuLeague, or if you just want to check out the standings, that's the website to go. So I'm just going to click through the GosuLeague overview here a bit, and we should get some info on how the points are distributed. I believe last I checked, Empire was heavily tied with Navi. Third place is looking pretty likely to go to Kaipi here, and here is the results. I'll try to pull this up on the side of the screen right there. That's good enough. You won't miss anything like this. So I'll change the overlay, though. How about to this one? There we go. So Navi is currently at 5 matches with 8 points. Empire is exactly the same, so they're actually looking to break apart from each other. I mean, they have the exact same wins and draws and games played. There's only 2 matches left to play for each team. Empire plays both of them today, so they have to get as many points as possible to secure themselves a point advantage versus Navi and secure themselves the first place. You only play 7 matches in a month. Whoever has the most points wins. And when they actually played each other, I think they went 1-1. Yeah, that was one of the first matches, I believe, of the tournament. Maybe not. Apparently it was in here somewhere. I'm looking for Navi playing Empire. I could have swore that they played Empire. Oh, here it is. Play day 1. There it is. So they went 1-1. That means if they end up tying in points, that they're going to have to play a best of 3 to figure out the winner. And the prize pool is pretty sick money. $5,000 total. I think first place gets $2,500, and that is going to be it for the brackets for this morning. So yeah, very important matches here. Empire needs to get as many points as possible. I believe I'm casting a Navi game tomorrow. I have another 2 games to cast tomorrow, so if you guys want to see the Navi games, that's tomorrow. But today it's Empire. How much can they take out of mouz? First round Banny, we see a Wisp, a Sven, Bounty Hunter, and Undyne. The first pick is a Bat Rider, and then Empire drafts a Darkseer as well as a Magnus, so that is looking really good for them at least. I mean, in case one vacuum wasn't good enough, they're going to have 2 now. So pretty sick grouping. Can they grab any AOA heroes to make this better is the question. Now TA is still in the pool, so we could see mouz draft that hero. A little surprised to see Empire not drafting it, but of course, with Magnus and Darkseer in the pool, you just can't let those go. Darkseer, one of the best long lane heroes in the game. You just put an Iron Shell on a creep, and you cross your fingers and hope you get a last hit. Sometimes you're there for the XP, sometimes you're not, but regardless, you can pretty much always farm. And then once you grab your Soul Ring, it's not hard at all to grab a lot of EXP and gold, so that's always a really good thing to have. Magnus on top of that, maybe the solo mid, maybe the long lane. If they pick TA, for example, we could see Scandal, I believe, take the Darkseer and go mid with the hero, because he is one of the few heroes that does actually heavily counter Templar Assassin. And mouz, regardless, does grab TA. Now, we also see Clinkz drafted, and Clinkz is one of Black's signature heroes, one of the few Clinkz players in the pro scene. Plays a very solid Clinkz. Can be a scary hero. I'm not too worried for Magnus or Darkseer, though, because they're naturally tanky, but for any of the other supports that Empire ends up drafting, that might be an issue. And Empire next gets Jakiro, and I really like their picks right now. They must be really happy with these. Jakiro is still the best support hero in the game. I don't believe the nerfs have gone through, and yes, they have not. So there was a patch a couple days ago to Dota. They only applied to Dota 1 at the moment because they haven't quite integrated. Usually it takes them a couple days or 5 days or 4 days or something like that to end up applying all of those updates to Dota 2. So we won't see the nerfs on Jakiro and Magnus yet. I believe TA also received a nerf. Actually, 4 out of these 6 heroes received nerfs. No, I'm sorry. No, Darkseer did not get nerfed. Yeah, 4 out of 6. So 4 out of the 6 heroes already drafted have received nerfs in a new update. Bat Rider's ulti, you can no longer attack while you ulti somebody, which means he's weaker at level 6 and in a 1v1 situation. Templar Assassin's Refraction has gone up in mana cost from 75 to 100, which I think was a definitely well-deserved nerf. Magnus's Skewer now scales on range between 600 to 1200, so he can't just level 1 put somebody under his tower. And I think the stun duration on his reverse polarity is also slightly gone down. Jakiro's Ice Path damage is scaling now. It means it doesn't do 100 damage at level 1. One of the best nukes at level 1 for damage and disable. So that's definitely fair that it's going to be rescaled. Only 25, 50, 75, 100 depending on the level. So gives you actually good reason to put max out Ice Path first. Arguably, I still don't know if it's worth it over Dual Breath. I think level them equally is really good. But definitely comes up to what you want to do with your playstyle. So yeah, all these heroes will get nerfed pretty soon here. But until then, they will be picked like the days are never going to end. So second round bans, if we take a look at those, Shadow Demon, Rubik, Broodmother, Luna, and a Bane Elemental. I think Empire, a lot of teams actually have been kind of, what's the best word to describe this? Spicing, dabbling with these support Banes, which does work pretty effectively. Once you hit 6 on him, I mean, he's so good at ganking those really tough to kill heroes. Heroes like Templar Assassin. Like, if he just gets within Nightmare range, you can Nightmare the TA. That should break most of the shield charges and then ulti her. The ulti, of course, that's a 5-second disable. You can do up to 500 magic damage. And if your shield's gone and you have somebody else also there, that's a dead hero no matter what. So, very good for ganking those hard-to-kill heroes. Clinks is another great example. Dust and Fuse Grip, and the guy dies, usually. Unless he has backup, of course. Nyx Assassin is the support pick for mouz. That's a support hero that's actually seen a lot of play now. Was originally popularized, at least in the last couple weeks, by the Chinese team. So fun to see him get played as a support role. Once he gets a couple levels, 6, most importantly, he's an effective hero. So AoE stuns. Spiked Carapace is really fun too. You can reflect at least one damage source from all enemy players once each. The duration is only 2.75 seconds, but if you do walk into some AoEs, you're stunning the enemy team for a pretty substantial amount of time, if you have the skill, into some decent points. Up to 2.4 seconds is really important. That's a giant AoE stun. Even the stun duration alone, even if you're reflecting crappy things like damage over time from, I don't know, Iron Shell or Macropyre or Dual Breath, which isn't huge chunks of damage, it's not the same as like a laser or a heat-seeking rocket or an illuminate, but even stunning your opponents for some time can really help out, especially if you look at their lineup. mouz actually doesn't have that many stuns right now. Clinks is going to probably be their long lane, I'm guessing. He might do a safe lane. It's entirely possible. But with a TA and a Clinks, they might not need it. Naga Siren is the pick from Empire, so they're going for a crazy good AoE teamfight setup. And we've seen this a couple times out of a couple different teams. I can't remember the other team that I saw doing this regularly, but Empire, I'm sure, is going to execute this near flawlessly. The combo I'm talking about is, of course, Naga Siren will use her ulti. It's called Song of the Siren. Sets up everything. Anybody under the giant AoE cannot cast, act, or be act upon. So that means no damage to them. Used to be able to vacuum through this, but they had to nerf that because it was way too good. But largely what they'll do, so when they see an opportunity, Naga will ulti, the Jakiro will set up, the Magnus will set up. I think you might still be able to skewer people through the ulti. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll see that if it's viable or not. But usually the Jakiro just lines himself up. He puts down a really good ice path on multiple heroes from the enemy team. And then as soon as the ulti ends, everything just comes through. That includes vacuums, that includes Magnus reverse polarities, ice paths, dual breaths, macropyres, it all flies through, and it's tons of AoE damage and very easy to set up as a result of the Naga ulti. So that is the good thing about that hero. Also very good at laning, good against Clinks because you can throw a net on the guy so he can't run away for 5 seconds if you have it leveled all the way. Good at farming. There's lots of things that Naga Siren is good at. Great against Batrotter, TA, and Clinks. I'm pretty excited to see her played. Nyx Assassin, maybe not quite the same as good against Nyx Assassin, but the last pick is going to be Keeper of the Light. That's going to give mouz great pushing, counter pushing, mostly counter pushing. The Illuminate is fantastic, and mouz picks that hero very often. Most likely going to see Alex playing the Keeper of the Light, so we'll see how that turns out. Last pick from Empire in just a second, and then we all get done. If you guys want to buy a GosuLeague ticket, oh god, I haven't had my mic on this whole time. I feel bad. Oh god, wait, nope. There it is. Sorry about that, guys. Anybody that's in-game hasn't been able to hear me, but I turned it on. If you guys want to buy an in-game ticket, you can. It's $1, and you can not hear me talk about the picks for the entire picking stage, because I'm smart, and I remembered, and I just remember now. There is, yeah, if you guys are wondering why there's no audio for the picking stage, just a little bug that I'm sure they'll fix very, very soon here. I think they're busy working on all the winter cosmetic, or the winter cosmetics and things, so. Last pick now is Alina, actually. So those are the two support heroes. Alina, Jakiro, Naga Siren. Great tri-lane. Naga Siren sets it up very easily with her net, and then they're going to follow it up with either Alina stun or a Ice Path. Probably an Ice Path first into Alina stun, I'm guessing. But that's a lot of nuke damage actually coming out of that, so it's going to be pretty impressive to see. Oh, nice. They have a new logo. That looks really nice. So let's go over the players really quick. This is for mouz. Fata here, playing Templar Assassin. We've got PAS on Batrider. Alex is on Keeper of the Light. Kuroki is playing Nyx Assassin. They have an awesome Greevil. And Black is on the Clinks. No surprise there. Very, very good Clinks player for the Dire team. This is Team Empire, currently tied with Navi in the GosuLeague. Can they get some points out of today's matches? We will see. Blow Your Brain's going to be playing Naga Siren. Got SS or Silent playing Jakiro. GoBlack is going to be playing Lina, the team captain. Long lane will be Funnick, arguably one of the best players in Europe for sure right now. Very, very well-esteemed player at the moment. And the last player is going to be Scandal, going for the mid-roll. Now, there's a lot of items on some of these heroes. This is an extra tango given to him by an ally. Very similar build to what I usually do when I go long lane Darkseer, but he actually doesn't have any selves, just going straight for tangos instead. So he's feeling confident about that one. So at least 90 gold from somebody was given. It looks like it was mostly Lina. Lina looks like she's missing a good 250 gold. If you compare her gold to Magnus, despite them having, the exact same items, she is pulling some tangos to a couple people, and that doesn't include Scandal. That's basically just the long lane. And we do see this sometimes for long lane heroes, especially when they're expecting to be out-harassed. And Clinks is a perfect example. A hero who does lots of bonus damage from Syrian arrows. He will just right-click down and harass Funnick away. And Funnick plays Clinks. He's one of the other players that actually plays Clinks all the time. So he knows exactly what he's up against. He knows that Clinks is going to have a harass advantage. Clinks is never going to take Ion Shell damage. And he can definitely just right-click Darkseer when the moment is right. So he will need that extra regen. It's going to give him an extra, 345 HP. Which is pretty good for 100 gold, or 90 gold, that is. He starts off the Ion Shells. So it's going to be a tri lane for mouz. Weird. Don't see tri lanes with Batrider very often, but I think Empire actually did predict this. Silent has picked up a magic stick at level 1. Only one tango, but that's all he really needs, apparently. They're thinking about initiating. Here he comes from behind. Who will they start off on is the question. Here's a couple right clicks. It looks like it's going to be Kuroki. They're looking for an Ice Path. No Netcore yet. They did use Riptide. Here comes the follow-up stun. Kuroki gets nailed. Will he go down? I think he will in a second here. SS doesn't want to steal it. Naga Siren gets the kill. GoBlack running for his life. 2 stacks on him. Will he throw the stun? He's going to turn so slow. There's the stun. It lands on 2. Great stun from GoBlack. Ice Path gets Alex. Will Alex get killed? There will be another Riptide, and yes, a double kill. PAS is up next. Dual Breath's going to slow him down, and the net, and this is not a good start for the game for mouz. Empire played that so well. Below your brain, GoBlack as well as SS. Boy, did they outplay there. Everything was perfect. The initiation on the Nyx Assassin, they probably should have checked into the jungle before they got started on that one. One dire ward was up, so they knew exactly what was happening. And the tri lane for mouz is just not as good, and that's exactly what happened there. Batrider at level 1, he casts Napalm and right clicks, but that's it. He doesn't have a stun, he doesn't have disables, he doesn't have major nuke damage. I love what Funnick's doing here, by the way. It's just cutting the creeps. He doesn't even want to mess around with Black or give a chance of missing last hits, so Black's going to have to run in circles here, and he will grab every single last hit. Of course, has to use the tangos to do this, but pause goes on, and like I said, just much better tri lane out of Empire, so they're happy to fight at level 1. Naga Siren, Jakiro, Lina was super good tri lane, very, very good tri lane compared to, I mean, there's things that they can do with the Keeper of the Light and the Nyx Assassin and the Batrider, but this is a very good tri lane versus a solo hero, but against another tri lane, this is not looking good, especially when you give your enemy opponents a level 2, and keep in mind, this is an aggressive tri lane from the Radiant team. That means you have way more at stake. If you end up losing this lane, it's really tough to come back. You can pull this large camp. You can pull this large camp over into the lane and pull that creep, but that's about it for limitations. If you're in a safe lane, for example, they can pull this wave. They can pull small camp. There's a lot more options for them for getting farm and EXP if they get behind, and that's going to possibly deny anything that they have as well. So they have to make kills. That's how they get their gold and EXP. Batrider won't be able to last it very effectively for a while, and Naga Siren's going to pick up level 3. Her Riptide's going to do 160 magic damage, -3 armor, which is really going to make a big difference when they start right-clicking. And in the meantime, Silence is just positioned over in the side jungle. If anybody comes over here, he's going to start things off. He's got 2 ice paths. He's got a dual breath. He's just opening the trees up a bit so you can actually see over here better. And also so he has a path. He's just waiting for anybody to get in position. All of a sudden, mouz kind of says, well, we're screwed. Let me look at their positioning. They don't feel safe going up for last inning because they know that if anybody goes up there, it's a net into a Lina stun into a Jakiro ice path. Now he's pulling once again. So at the very least, they don't have to worry about dying for a bit. This will give them some last inning for once here. PAS will get to start things off. But SS is very highly leveled here, as is the Naga Siren. So this is looking really good for Empire in the meantime. Let's check out the last hits in the mid lane. Scandal is up to 9 last hits with 3 denies. TA Fada here doing understandably well, sitting at 15 and 6. TA is almost always outlane a Magnus. The only Magnus that I've seen break even with the TA was Dendi. And Dendi's obviously really good at the solo mid roll. And the reason is because she's got plus 40 damage, man. How are you supposed to compete against this for last hits? If you don't understand the game at a very high level, just know this, is that if you, at any small base damage advantage over your opponent makes a really big difference. We're going to see a gank, actually, coming towards the mid lane. It's something to do, I guess. Magnus is waiting for some items. I think his bottle is on the way, and it is a bottle. Soul Ring for Darkseer, most likely. Look at that in a second. Will be transferred down shortly, but very, very hard to kill Magnus regardless. I mean, even if they get initiation, I don't know if this is going to work out. And they're actually going to be ganking towards the bot lane. We'll see an illusion. Go check for the rune. He's just going to sit that there so he knows where the rune control is, in case it ends up being bottom, of course. But yeah, these guys know that they can't really do anything in this tri lane, so they left the Batrider solo. Pasa is now playing a solo long lane Batrider, understandably. After you lose that many kills, it's just not doable here. And Fuddock's going to play a little safe here. Ring of Regen and a Soul Ring. You can cast Iron Shell whenever that is up. Putting it on the last creep, and they're just kind of waiting for an opportunity. Illuminate as well as an Impale can do some decent damage. We're talking about 300 damage or so. He's going to stack this medium camp as they go behind, and this might be their chance on Funnick. Black is hitting him hard. There's the Iron Shells, and now he realizes this doesn't look good. Stun the Gland. Illuminate's going to miss, though, and actually, he jukes the other direction. There's one hit from Black, but he's invis, so he's pretty fast here. I think Funnick's most likely going to die here. This will be a stun in 3 seconds. He actually doesn't have enough mana for TP. There's the second surge, and now the right clicks, and the stun, and that's going to be it. Funnick gets killed. Only so much you can do in a long lane solo situation. We see another pause. This is a Naga Siren, actually, this time pausing. More apologies. But they did get a kill, at least. Kill going to Black. 23 last hits. 1 kill for him. He's matching just about everybody else in the game. Funnick's doing a nice job, though. Black's a funny guy. That guy was so nice at TI2. Such a nice guy. SS picks up Liquid Fire, 1 level. This is a little surprising, actually. But I think the reason he did this is because there's no longer a hero in the lane, essentially. There's a Batrider, but he is playing really safe. Understandably playing safe. So, if they do end up pushing, like if everybody leaves the lane, you might as well take the tower, and Liquid Fire is going to help them do that. More than Dual Breath. Dual Breath obviously can kill the creep waves relatively rapidly, but you don't really need it to do that. Liquid Fire is the way to go. I mean, they've got a Naga Siren. They can use Riptide, they can use Dragon Slave. That'll be fine. And they all have magic sticks, actually. Blow Your Brain even as well. If you cast any Napalm, he's giving them 45 mana. And that's impressively huge amount of mana there. Not something he's going to want to do, that's for sure. Looks like they are ready to start. How's Scandal doing on the mid lane? Up to 14 last hits. Empty bottle at the moment. Might have to go back to base. No, he's got a Bottle Crow here. Doesn't want to lose too much EXP. Scandal, very good mid, though, but so is Fata, actually. So, not too surprised that Fata's doing better. It's going to, of course, do some cleaving. If you hit the range, or your creeps, actually, it doesn't count for one of the last hits, or one of the refraction charges, which is a very good reason to always use Deny Splashing to get last hits, if possible. Makes the hero very good. Batrider does have boots, at least. Lots of regen, actually, so if we're talking a long lane situation, this is not the end of the world for this guy. Wow, he's playing it really safe here. He does not want to get anywhere near Naga Siren because he knows that the net lands, he could die. He doesn't actually know where the Jihiro and the Lina could be. I mean, for all he knows, they're sitting right here. If the net lands here, they can catch up before that runs out, and that would be a dead hero, so he's playing very safe. I don't even think I would have done that. Obviously, he's a much better player than me, though. I would have just been like, oh, yes, it's under my tower, I can last hit, and then bam, you die, and you're like, oh, okay, I made a mistake. So, very safe play out of him, and since they're already behind, they have to be very careful with that. And Lina's actually farming small camps. Kind of a cool thing that this hero can do as a support hero. She has a lot of AoE. Most heroes don't have this much necessarily. They might try to gank her, but she's going to have refraction. I don't think this is going to work unless Scandal can ulti this before. He might do it now. We'll see. He's thinking about ulting. It wants to break the shields down. 4 charges on Fata, but Lina's on the high ground now. Now he knows. It's like, okay, there's a Lina there. Very hard for them to end up ganking this, to be honest. And they're actually jungling. Kuroki as well as Alex just taking some neutral camps here. Funnick looking for some more regen items and maybe a boots in a second. He's actually really hurt a big... He's also a lot of EXP potential. If you look at the EXP now, Black is actually a full level ahead of him. He's still getting some Iron Shell damage, of course, but... and getting a lot of last hits. He just got 3 there. He's got to feel good about that one. That's going to be some boots. 1 gank bottom. Actually, SS going to put the Ice Path down. He was looking to dive, but looks like Templar Assassin found him, and they're going to be able to shut this down. So net lands on Fata. He's got phase boots. SS is taking some damage. Oh, he's got a 10 charge wand, though. He'll have to press that a second. He needs to use this, actually. He needs some charges. Stun on PAS, and that's going to be the end of the chase. So SS stays alive. Some nice stuns from Go Black. Keeps him up. In the meantime, Kuroki goes for the solo mid roll since TA is gone. He might as well go sap some EXP, and that's exactly what he's doing now. Take some more harass. Could have spiked Carapace that, but slight mistake from Kuro. Very good to do this when the mid leaves. He's going to trade it back to Fata now, but I mean, if nobody's getting the solely lane EXP, that's a big loss, especially for some of those support heroes, especially a support like Nyx Assassin, who drastically wants to hit level 6. So I think he's just going to sit high ground now. If somebody comes back, he can throw a stun and initiate, and they can kill somebody. If they show up, though. We'll see if that happens, though. Here comes Magnus. Scandal does have his Arcane Boots finished. Great skill build. Needs all the regen. Croaky looks for the stun, and there's the skewer. Very good skill. It's like, what, you're trying to kill me? I'll just run away. I'll just charge away, no problem. Funnick farming neutrals because he's a little worried about the creep wave, and yeah, another easy kill. There's the ulti from Clinks. He just really didn't want Funnick to grab that, and he's actually going aggressive now on Alex. Tango has been used, which will give him some nice regen. He's going to just trade hits on Funnick again, but he's got Tranquil Boots and Soul Rings. This gives him pretty much as much regen as he needs. Empire, he's going to take a kill. A super serious dive here. Tower's not even killed yet, but there's the glyph. They should be able to take this out, I think. 3 Ice Path, 1 Dual Breath. Liquid Fire very inadequate at level 1, but 20-second cooldown on that. I mean, it does 50 damage, of course, but that's only so much. They should be able to take this tower. If not this wave, the next one. I don't think they're going to want to tank this just yet. They'll wait till the next wave. Or maybe they will. They've got the Liquid Fire again, and here we go. Look at that attack speed. It's lower, and they will take the tower. So tower is going to go to Nagasar, and she takes the last hit. 1,900 gold on her. I don't know if she's going for Radiance or if she's doing Diffusal, but I'm going to guess Radiance. I don't know if she'll grab Vanguard first. I think she probably needs to, honestly. The ganking potential of the Radiant heroes is really scary. And they almost all do physical damage, so we're talking Bat Rider. I'm sorry, Clinks, excuse me, TA, and Nyx Assassin. No, not him. He just does mostly magic damage. So, Vanguard may be the go. Actually, if she really just wants to play it really safe, what she can do is just grab a Vitality Booster. Ooh, it's a Hand of Midas. Hand of Midas for Nagasar, and they're aiming late game. He actually used it on a small creep, which is a little surprising here. I think this is a mistake, actually. You should use these on the highest EXP neutral creep, in my opinion. You get slightly more gold out of it. I think maybe he wanted to spawn some skeletons. But look at that, 59 gold. That's only double of the small trolls. And what the Hand of Midas does is it gives you 2.5 times the experience. So while you may say, oh, why would I want to make the big creep into gold? It's not. It's worth more, so I want to kill that. You kill it immediately, and most importantly, you get all of the experience for it. And Dark Troll Warlords do give some pretty good experience. And those split 3 ways, so I think they could have, I think, a slight mistake from Blow Your Brain. But it does give her 26 more gold. So that's the trade-off. I think he might have been hoping for skeletons to spawn as well. So that was what he spent his money on. Does he have anything else in the career? I don't think so here. Nothing else quite yet. 2 kills for them. They might be able to initiate on Bat. Here comes the net. Firefly immediately used by PS. He's going to be fine. Good save there. Tranquil Boots is up, so he's got pretty good movement speed. Darkseer grabs a kill mid. That's Templar Assassin getting killed. Scandal's going to ulti that one. There was probably no skewer to initiate, but Darkseer did land vacuums and use Ion Shell. So nice little roam from him. Very difficult to kill Templar Assassin. Otherwise, they actually see the creep wave, and they will kill this. So there may be a dive under the tower. Kuroki just boots 3 levels of stun. Blow Your Brain. He's going to find some heroes. Will he ulti this? He's looking to throw the stun. Skewer's going to whiff, actually, and they will not be able to catch him. They're going to run away from this one. Flamebreak will push them back and illuminate. The horses will not hail. Clinks kills Funnick on the bot lane now.
Fire grows hungrier the more it's fed.
Very good for Clinks. TP mid. This is going to be TA. There's the stun on Fata, but he had a refraction up. Blocks a lot of the damage. Naga's going to ulti this, though, and they're going to get out of there because Goblak got caught. So, not able to use the ulti for initiation, but they are able to use it to keep their heroes alive. Very smart play from Fada to bring the shield up before he actually initiated. They're thinking about going in. A couple of canceled nukes here. Ice Path is going to catch him, actually, but they don't have a reverse polarity. Can they do this? Goblak's got to run away. He does eat a stun. He's in a lot of trouble. The nuke's going to hit while Melt Strike kills her from half HP. Now Fada may be the one that's going to die. Great skewer. Puts him under tower. His shield is gone immediately. That skill really showing its strength. Damn, super nice initiation. That was a great play by Scandal. And now, that was Funnick killing the T. Okay, Funnick got the last hit. Level 8 now for him. Magnus bottles up a haste rune. And we see Black on the bot lane. His Orchid is finished at 11 minutes. This is really scary for the Dire team, because now he's going to start turning this into a lot of ganking. And even heroes like Darkseer, while they're naturally very tanky, the armor won't be enough for the Orchid, because it's only going to take about 5 hits, plus the Orchid damage to get a kill. So he's going to run away. He's got good mana regen based on his little staffs. Net worth is the highest for Clinks, actually. He deserves it. He's got a bunch of kills. Scandal still continuing to farm the mid lane. 2 assists for him. and some last hits on these creeps here. So Fada is actually playing really safe right now. He does not want to get skewered. That's exactly what he's scared for. Because even if there's a enemy hero, even if the enemy heroes are standing here, he can skewer all the way there, and that would be a 100% for sure kill. Because the slow lasts for 2.5 seconds under tower. He doesn't have a blink dagger yet. He's about halfway there, and that one death did probably put him back a lot. Look, he's actually 2 deaths now. 2 deaths, 1 kill, and 1 assist. Not a good situation to be in as a TA. Usually you do a lot better than this, but I mean, he definitely outlast hit the Magnus, I think. 60 last hits. Magnus catching up a lot at 48 now. But very, very tough against roaming, so that makes a big difference. I know that at least Darkseer ganked him once. Sentry is put down. SS is looking to initiate on Black, but he's actually going to stroll out of there. Orchid is finished, but they will push this. Macro Pyre picked up from Jakiro. I like the skill build when you go for this kind of like utility stun build. If you max out Ice Path first, and you only have 1 Dual Breath and 1 Liquid Fire, I really do like when people grab Macro Pyre, because the mana cost for these 2 spells together is not much, and you can definitely afford to Macro Pyre. And since you lose all of your damage by not getting Dual Breath anyways, you need to make up for it somewhere. So rather than maybe just getting a lot of Dual Breath Ice Path and delaying your Macro Pyre, they actually grab it at 6, where things cool. There's the sounds actually. Right clicks from Clinks gets the kill. Very, very easy kill there. Nothing that Jakiro can do about that one. And that's the power of Clinks. He's like, oh, free kill, thank you. I'll strafe this, I'll Orchid. Mid tower gets killed by Lina, by the way. Go Black taking that kill. He's got Arcane Boots. Magic Stick also picked up. Scandal's got... No, he does not have his ulti, actually. He did end up using this. I have no idea what it was for. He used it on somebody. I don't know if they got a kill, though. That's the weird part. Scandal almost up to his mech. His Buckler is going to help a lot towards keeping him survivable against the Clinks. An extra 5 armor is going to go a long way. It always helps. He can also push with this, which is one cool thing about it. Giving 2 armor to all of his creeps. See if he does that here. He may not. He's got some Soul Ring mana, but he might just let it go. Fata is still farming up the mid lane. Anyone else? Blow your brain. Handomitis, he's at 243, 2,400 gold, sorry. His net worth is going to be climbing towards Clinks's. It might be a while for him to beat Clinks, though. I mean, Clinks probably hasn't missed a whole lot of last hits. He's got 100 last hits, for God's sake. Like, Black, you're a machine. He really is. He's a farming machine, man. It's pretty impressive how fast this guy farms. He's going to always bounce in between the neutral creeps. As soon as the wave is gone, he runs in the jungle. He's going to find a Dark Troll. This is going to give him a lot of HP. You will see it. There's actually a pulse stack is what's going to happen. He uses it on a Centaur instead, which has the same HP, so no problem for him. More EXP, more gold, and he's not going to miss any of the experience. He'll miss this range creep, unfortunately for him, but doesn't miss any last hits in the meantime. That's the nice thing about Clinks, is that he can bounce in between the jungle as well as the lane without any worry, essentially. Jakiro picks up a cloak, actually. A little surprising. They do have some... they have decent magic damage, but nothing extremely impressive. I mean, other than, of course, Nyx Assassin and maybe Illuminate. So I'm a little surprised to see the Planeswalker's Cloak picked up so early. Funnick, did he TP? Is that what that was? Am I crazy? Black might just push the bot. No, bot tower's gone. I'm sorry. Jungling is happening, actually. Alex puts an Observer Ward on the high ground. They can actually counter this pretty soon here. I don't know if they spot a Go Black or not. They have pulled some creeps into the jungle. Barrett's got 1,400 gold. There's Illuminate, spots him out. Scandal runs in. Magnus got an ulti on 2 and a free double kill. That was some sick play there. Surge forward. Scandal was able to skewer 2 and ultis. And now they get a guaranteed Roshan, because the Radiant team can't actually fight this 3v5. They're like, well, there goes the Roshan. They got it. GPM still amazing for Clink. This guy doesn't even have a Hand of Midas. He's beating out a Naga Siren. It's so impressive. Blow your brain TPs to the top lane. He goes Yasha, actually. That's his choice. And his skill build is also very interesting. He has not maxed out Riptide, curiously. Some reason for this, you could say, is that the damage doesn't scale that amazingly. It only goes up by 30 per level, but it does reduce armor by a lot, and the cooldown, most importantly, goes down to 10. So whether or not this is worth it, who knows? But he can actually farm faster with this, is why he did this. Once you max out Mirror Image, your illusions take a lot less damage. You can spread them across camps and take the farm. Now, the Yasha might mean that he's going for a Manta style. Maybe he'll go like Yasha into Radiance. I'm not quite sure. I'm a little surprised to see it like this, to be honest. But yeah, look at this. He's actually microing these things, and they're actually killing neutrals. So he's going to be able to farm a lot faster by doing this. Plus the Midas on top of that. He's finally approaching the Clinks now that he has end up splitting up and stuff. Black's in the jungle looking for kills. Lina is going to maybe be the hero he finds that he spot her. It's nighttime. He just didn't see her. They did hear it. There's some pings. They know Clinks is around. Kroki's going to TP out. That's going to the bot lane. He's going to try to contest this tower. Kroki's going to reflect some damage. Mana drain. This might be scary for him. Is this really worth it? He could go Invis if things get really bad. Will he Invis strike? Another TP comes. Who is it going to be? The TP's going to be so late. He's going to blink forward and catch Funnick, but I think Funnick's going to be just fine. I don't think they can get him. Oh, the silence from Clinks. That's going to be it for Funnick now. There's the Meld Strike. Pops the mech, but it's not going to be enough. Clinks does get the kill. Great TPs. Definitely worth chasing for TA there. And more GPM for him. He's back in the lead again. That's exactly what he needs. It is a Manta Stealth first on August Iron. Very, very different. We don't see this. I've never seen somebody do this build before, to be honest. So spreads out the illusions, one to each camp. There's nobody at the small camp, unfortunately for him, but can farm these pretty fast. We're going to see a pause from Fata. The weird thing about Manta Style is that it doesn't give you a lot of farming rate. I mean, it does give you a lot of agility, which is a good thing. If you are actually farming with right clicks, it's good. You've got, 16 agility here, 10 agility here. That all attributes towards your illusions, so you can increase that damage. But the movement speed is great as well. 418 base is not to be underestimated at all, but the pushing will also be there, and the distraction and things like that. Like if somebody initiates on him, he can sometimes dodge out of a few abilities, like the Orchid, for example. I think that might be why he's actually going Manta Style first, because it's probably the easiest way for him to just never die to Clinks. If he ever silences him, he can literally just Manta Style split and then get out of there. But will Clinks gank him in time is the question, because Clinks is actually looking or searching the jungle for him. He's going to spread his illusions out once again. Funnick grabs a lot of that EXP. It's about 400 gold from finishing that. Clinks does take the top tower, though, using strafe on that one. He's now level 14, so very, very good for Clinks. Last hits are still really high, and TA is actually caught up now, sitting at level 2, or second place. Right matching towards the TA. I'm sorry, the Naga. And there's his spot. He's got 200 gold to go. He does have an Aegis, though, so if he does get killed, it's not the end of the world. I'd be really surprised if Clinks could kill him twice in a row. It's not going to happen, probably. So he could always ulti or something like that. His attack speed is actually really good with that Yasha build, though. It's pretty cool. Jakira's going to get killed, though. Templar Assassin with the kill. They might turn this into a push unless they see a fight. There's the vacuum on pause. Riptide in as well. The right clicks are good. Good stun from Kuroki, but it's going to kill all the illusions. And Funnick's got to run now. There's the Surge. And the ulti from Blow Your Brain is going to secure them. No death on Funnick. Run away, Funnick. Unless they keep going. Fato's going for the chase. And Midas is just about up. There's the Surge. And they will not be able to get this one. So nothing happens. 20 gold for Blow Your Brain, and he'll have his Manta Style finish. Super fast Manta Style. Plus the Hand of Midas, like I said. The next items are just going to continue flowing. I don't know what item build he's going to do after the Manta, though. I'm really... I guess Diffusal is going to have to be the way to go. If you have a Manta Style, you should always get a Diffusal if you're a melee hero, because it just stacks so well. It's like having crit and getting a Manta Style. It's like... or having illusions. It's so good, man. Now, we don't see that often naturally. Chaos Knight's an example, but he's obviously built in. Not very good at Manta, of course, but still something that's pretty cool to see. Will they initiate in? Gonna see some creeps die. And before I move on, I just want to clarify that if you have a Diffusal Blade and you're a melee illusion hero, the Diffusal Blade doesn't apply to your illusions. So that's why it's really good. It increases your damage. They can all mana drain. It's kind of similar to Anti-Mage's Manta Style, basically. Wow, look at the Ghost Scepters. They saw what the enemy team has. It is a bunch of physical damage heroes. Clinks, Templar, Assassin, both. Just completely reliant on physical damage, essentially. Go Black's going to take some nukes, but they will be just fine. Pretty sick slow, though. Cannot move anywhere. Blink Dagger's up on Magnus. He's got a gem as well. This is very, very good for them. Only one level of Empower, which won't increase their damage by a whole lot, just 20%. But if they can find the right hero, he will die. And that will be good for them. Manta Style's finished, so he's just going to wait for the Orchid. He can split off, or if his illusions all die and he wants more damage output, that's an option as well. Riptide's still not maxed out, level 11, but it probably will be next, perhaps. Increase the damage output to the max. They're actually looking at the jungle. Funnick is going to despawn a camp. Very smart. He just happened to be here. He says, well, this is one more camp that Clinks can't use. And I don't know if they spotted each other. Daedalus is going to be what Clinks goes for next. He might just leave this at a Crystallis, though, and go BKB instead. There are so many stuns on Empire's team. Keep in mind, though, that the net goes right through Magic Immunity, as does Magnus's ulti. So those can still disable the guy, even if he gets BKB. The net, obviously, not a real disable. What it really does is just immobilizes. So he won't be able to move. And he's a ranged hero, so it's not the end of the world for him. But I think a BKB is still going to be good, especially against Jakiro as well as Lina. I think he's going to definitely need a BKB. But he can go Daedalus. It's an option. It's up to him, basically. His Ghost Scepters are so crucial, though, because it's going to mean that Clinks isn't able to get any free kills for the rest of the game, essentially. The only kills that are going to be easy are maybe Black still. No, Black's got a Ghost Scepter, so I mean, they have 3 Ghost Scepters right now. That's pretty sick. Really, really nice play from them. And that stuff is so important. It's going to be really tough for mouz from the team fights from here on out. Gonna see Illuminates once again. Gonna miss actually a little bit. Slight mistake from him. Blow Your Brain's got a Midas up once again. We'll see if he shifts to the jungle. It's a nice healthy Ursa warrior here to snag. No, he's just going to go to the creep instead. Radiant team is in a decent position to defend this. They're just literally trying to slow things down using Keeper of the Light's wave, but Naga's going to split off here, and Manta, was that Manta as well? Must be. Yeah, Manta. Look at all these illusions, man. 5 illusions. Just put these on towers. That's what they should do. Still getting in power, and the illusions go in. You can't group them up too much, though, because then Illuminate will hit them, and they'll all die. That's never good. Creep Wave's going to get killed in a second. Empire still wanting to finish the tower. Can they do it, though? There's counter push going on. Black, in the meantime, is at the top lane. He knows that they can't fight very well, so instead he will take creeps and pressure a tower. Keeper of the Light really showing his strength as a hero, though. I mean, they've had 5 heroes made this entire time, and he still hasn't been able to take it. There's a TP. It's going to be Nagasar, and she's going to go right back to farming, basically, because there is no point anymore. I mean, they're not going to be able to take that tower, most likely. Very difficult to push in when they're contesting that much. So 2,300 gold now, 3 kills on Nagasiren, 3 assists. She's still not the highest net worth. Black is doing better. 4 kills on him, 3 kills on Naga. And Bully Brain will go back to base to get his mana back up. And the smoke, actually, they're going to go back. No, not for Roshan. They're looking for kills in the jungle. They have SS down here at the moment. God, he has so much HP. Jakiro is such a great strength gain. Very, very tanky support hero. Black initiated on. He's going to get ultied right off the bat. There's the skewer, puts him back in the team fight. That was hard to follow. Stun's going to land on Kuro. It's going to get reflected to Go Black, but he doesn't care too much. Ghost Scepter's used. It's going to keep alive for just a bit. There's the nuke. Big ulti from Go Black. Picks off the Nyx. Great play from him. Stays alive just barely. His stun on Kuro is a necessary evil. Reflected some damage to himself, but needed to disable. And then another Illuminate is going to slow things down. Can they push this in? Just don't know if they can. Nagasiren's still farming mid lane. 3,000 gold on her. I think she'll Diffusal or Radiance. It's got to be one of the two. She wants another damage item, most likely. I mean, Radiance is going to give her insane farm. Literally insane farm. Just send those all in the jungle, then kill every camp, every single wave. It's so impressive. More last hits. Those illusions actually do really good damage to that Midas armor. No hand on Midas for a while. They're still pressuring the bot tower a bit. Going to force them back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Arcane's on 4. They're looking to fight. But mouz is just going to continue waiting. I mean, maybe when Klinks gets his Daedalus, they can do something about it. I don't know. They just got a bunch of heroes picked off for nothing, so it's going to be delayed now. Black's got to be careful. He knows that they have a gem. And Roshan's going to be up in about a minute, so once that happens, I mean, Empire definitely has the map control right now, so they can just kind of turtle this out slowly. And late game, I don't feel that worried for them, to be honest. I think that a Klinks has a little bit more late game potential than arguably Nagasiren, just because his right click once he gets the Daedalus is insane. He can pick people off easier. But with Ghost Scepters on all of the support heroes, it's going to be so tough. And Nagasiren, it's not like he's farming bad. The Diffusal is now finished, so he's got 20 mana drain from every single one of his illusions. Somebody's getting caught, though, mid. It's going to be Darkseer going down, actually. Go Black also ultied, and Nagasiren breaking the initiation. That's going to keep Go Black alive 100%. Great play from Bloody Brain. Are they going to fight this? Scandal's thinking about it. He's got his ulti. Here's the Ice Path. He almost initiated. There's the Blink. Puts his ulti. Only catches one, though. It's Nyx Assassin, but regardless, he does go down. And they're not done fighting yet. There's the net on Black. Gems on the ground. Can they pick it up? Hand of Midas is waiting. SS, and now trading with fought a great dual breath, and wow, that kills him so rapidly, man. Diffusal Blade helps out a lot against the Templar Assassin as well, because it counts as a separate damage source. So that means every single time that he now attacks the TA, breaks 2 of the shields. The gem is picked up. That was Magnus's gem, by the way, so this is Empire losing, or getting their own gem back. No big loss there. But a great ulti from Nagasiren to keep Lena alive. I'm sure she was able to cast something more. Did she get her ulti off? No, she did not, actually. So a slight mistake from Go Black there. I'm sure he just died really fast, though. Somebody killed the guy. Daedalus is finished. It's no BKB, so Black literally just wants to go for the, dare I say, cheesy damage. I think I would look at that item build slightly more as that. He knows that he can't just rely on a BKB to win the games. He needs a major damage source, and that's what he finishes. Will he go BKB afterwards? Will he go a damage item? I'm not sure. It's definitely a possibility. Searing arrows are pretty good. I mean, he's critty for 600. So I'm critting on those regular creeps for about 800. Go Black, pretty easy here to kill, though. Point Booster is picked up next. He'll aim towards a Aghanim Scepter next, probably. Bloody Red's going to kill the creep wave. Almost getting caught there. Item build after this, I would say either a Heart or a Butterfly. Those would be the best choices. Heart, most likely the right one, since he does have a Mantle already. This would give him so many illusions. Almost a vacuum to the low ground, but Funnick's going to whip it. And Roshan's taking the damage. Rainy team's coming in. Fada puts a trap down. He's going to put the slow. Roshan does have some HP left over. Everybody's up, but will they go in? Alex is doing his best to illuminate from the long range, but I don't think he's going to do a whole lot. He's going to catch Scandal, actually, so 375 damage done to him. Fada's got the haste. Black's looking for it. Bat's going to get somebody. Actually, we do see a surge on the counter initiation from Naga Siren. Great play there. It's going to be on top of Kuro. He's in trouble. Does get his reverse polarity off, though. 2 heroes die immediately. 1 hero, sorry, Goldblack. Oh, man, he returned fire on himself. Ultied on top of the Nyx. Black wants to get a kill. He's in trouble though. His ulti runs out and he gets right-clicked down. Fada's trying to do as much as he can, but now the Diffusal Blade and Fada gets killed. 4 dead heroes. Trading for Darkseer as well as the Jakiro. Not a good situation to be in. 7 seconds to a blink. Alex is in so much trouble. There's a skewer. He's going to catch Alex. That slows him down by a moderate amount. I don't know if he'll get the other slow though. Scandal's got to block away now. That's it. Diffusal Blade is used. Goodbye, Alex. Creep Wave gets cleared. And Goldblack picking up a Vitality Booster. Such cool builds. Very, very efficient all around. These guys definitely know their game. So, 8 kills now for Naga Siren. Net worth has finally surpassed the Clinks. Hasn't died twice like the Clinks has. And they will now finish the Roshan. They just wanted all of those kills for free. They know that they can take the Roshan immediately afterwards. So I'm sure they will tackle that now. SS, surprisingly, 4 levels of Liquid Fire. I think he's literally just using this to counter the Clinks. Pretty cool. Really good skill against any physical DPS hero. Great against TA as well. If you reduce their attack speed by 50%, it really does hurt their damage output. Does some burning damage as well, so if you can catch TA with that as well, it could break through her shield pretty easily. And she actually goes Deso, so Deso on Fata. Now, I know some pros actually greatly prefer the crit because it scales a little bit better late game. Desolator is great for focusing down tanky targets, or even squishy ones, but I think the same issue is going to arise, is that they have Ghost Scepters, and that's just going to make it so tough for them to actually do enough damage. These guys just have to say, oh, whatever, you're initiating? Okay, I'll take a Meld Strike, and then I'll Ghost Scepter, and there's nothing more that you can do to me. Essentially, Blue Rain's going to split off again, going mid. There's actually 3 heroes mid. Will they initiate? Ulti's going to be off cooldown. And it's going to be a heart next on Naga Siren. He's going to give a lot of HP to all of his illusions. Look at these ones. These ones don't even die anymore. It's insane. I hear stun from the low ground, actually. Nukes on Goldblack. Bro does some damage. There's the right clicks. Ghost Scepters all around. Look at them. They all pop their Ghost Scepters. PS gets netted. Blur Brain changing targets. He's going to hit on Fada now. Spreading off. There's the Diffusal Blade. Going to remove the shield. A lot of Macropire damage being done to him, but he's going to run out of this one. Blur Brain actually ends up dying there. Surprisingly, Black does some nice damage. Great ulti from Goldblack. Picks off the Clinks, and Clinks only able to do so much. Crow gets killed as well due to Skewer. Ulti is going to whiff completely from Scandal, but I think he can still kill PS, and he does get him. So Scandal gets a double kill. C3 running. Black buys back. In the meantime, it's going to go into the neutral creeps. Will he farm with this, though, is the question. I think he's trying to contest the Roshan. Do they still have a gem? They still have a gem on Magnus. And it's going to be Funnick that he finds. He does have a Ghost Scepter, so he'll probably start initiating. He won't use the Orchid right away unless somebody comes. It's actually TA on the way, so he spots this out. There it is. Right-clicking. He's waiting to use the Orchid. There's the Ghost Scepter. Oh, maybe he should have Orchided. No, instead they're going to just try to take Roshan. Wow, he does a lot of damage with that Meld Strike. Oh my god, that was insane damage. I mean, that's minus 8 armor, minus 6 armor. That's minus 14 armor there, plus Black with a Daedalus. So pretty understandable that he died that fast. Wow. Pretty crazy damage. So they stole the Aegis. Pretty sweet stuff. Maybe should have silenced the Darkseer, though. He wouldn't be able to surge away. He would have Ghost Sceptered regardless and maybe survived, but... So he gets back to his base. He's very close to his Aghanim Scepter, only 1,200 gold away. Empire actually kind of breaking even in the team fight. Clinks did buy back, though. Keep that in mind. And TA can also carry. Not to an amazing amount in the late game, but she can work with it at least a little bit. 4 kills, 4 deaths, 6 assists, 1,600 gold. Will she BKB? I don't know. I don't know if she's had BKB problems. Still has to worry about Mag ulti. But if she grabs a BKB, I think it's doable. Maybe they're a little worried about grabbing BKBs because then somebody's going to get focused. Like, if one person pops Magic Immunity, the Naga Siren can ulti, and then they'll 5-man fight the one guy that's Magic Immune. That's something they can do. It looks like we're going to see a Vlad's out of Lina. Very smart choice. This doesn't apply once you get to Vlad's, of course. So the Lifesteal Aura doesn't apply to Alina, but this is going to apply to Blow Your Brain. It's going to apply to Magnus and Darkseer. But mostly just, they want it for the armor. And it's a great support item to have 5 armor to all of your heroes when your opponents are really working with physical damage is so crucial, because that's going to counter out the Desolator, essentially. Giving you 5 armor instead of the 6 that you're eating. The -6 that you're eating, that is. So very good to have a Vlad's late game against any physical output, especially on squishy heroes like Lina. Lina is a hero that has very, very little armor, so I absolutely recommend doing this. I think Ghost Scepter is obviously the #1 choice because it's going to stop you if you get silenced, but after that, you just need some basic armor, and 5 to his entire team is definitely going to pay off. Plus, it's late game, so everybody's base damage is relatively high, so you can get quite a bit out of the percentage damage increase. Does Nagra have her heart? She does. Wow, heart's finished, so heart up for Blow Your Brain now. It's going to be sitting around like 2700 HP, 2500 HP. Not bad at all. 2500 HP, full heal whenever she's out of combat. Really good item for increasing the survivability of her illusions, and she still has Hand of Midas, so her farm rate's not going to decrease. The net worth is very, very high. Fun to see a Naga Siren carry. She can always upgrade the Diffusal Blade if she ends up running out of charges, but in the meantime, mouz is actually sitting top. Gonna farm some neutrals, and they might get collapsed on. Blow Your Brain does have the Empower up. He's looking for the initiation. He's gonna spot some heroes. There's the Invis, and actually, they all get out of there. She decides not to fight. Ali's not quite in position. Nick Assassin does use a Force Staff. Might initiate on. There's the trap slow. Here comes the stun. It's gonna land. Silence as well, maybe. Blow Your Brain in a lot of trouble. He's gonna get killed immediately. Wow, he does get finished right off the bat. Fun at getting silenced. Scandal's looking for an ulti, but he is super slowed. Not quite ready to do this. Pops the Ghost Scepter. There's an Ice Path that they gotta get out of there. Naga just spent all of her money, and they're actually going to see 2 heroes die. Big mistake out of Empire. Gems on the ground. 2 are dead. Not done chasing yet. SS popping the Ghost Scepter. Going to buy him a second. There's a Surge. Meld Strike on Funnick. Will Funnick go down? He's going to go solo. He does get killed. Ice Path trying to save him, but 3 dead heroes. And now mouz might be able to make something out of this. Maybe a Rax, perhaps. The tier 2 tower is going to fall, though. Naga Siren's ulti was just a little too late. They're in so much trouble.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
The wave pushes forward. There's the dual breath, Ice Path as well. SS, look at that bonus damage, man. Oh my gosh, reflection from Kuro. Stun as well on Go Black, but look at the acceleration of damage once he uses Ghost Scepter. Super easy kill. 5 dead heroes, and mouz turns this around because of a couple small mistakes from Empire. First, Naga Siren dying. Second was Magnus. I can't believe they both went down, but they did. They tried to fight it, or at least save the Naga Siren, but it did not work out that way. And 5 dead heroes gives them a Rax in a game which was in Empire's favor. I think so. Yeah, well, they're sitting at a slight advantage. I think they had better teamfight. EXP goes the other way. Kuro's going to reflect, and the illusions go in. Blow Your Brain gets stunned, though. Kuro's getting pretty low. Will they get him? More right clicks on Blow Your Brain. He's got his Hand of Midas up. But regardless, they just lost to Rax, and that is not a good thing. PS blinks in, tries to grab Scandal, but actually wasn't close enough there. And now Firefly, will they catch anybody? There's the Skewer, looking for an ulti. Will he catch a couple? Oh, he gets thrown up. Naga Siren, there's the mech. This is going to give him time to do it. Here comes the Surge. Will he still ulti this? No, he's going to play it safe. He runs away. He could have probably casted this, but it might have been scary. And instead, there's the ulti. Net on top. There's the ulti on 4. He gets killed immediately by the Illuminator and reflecting from the next damage. The Naga Siren goes in, but the right clicks now and a stun on Blow Your Brain. Mac required. Dual Breath. Black's taking a lot. Great stun from Gold Black. That's going to be the Aegis to start things off. Dragon Slave puts Kuro low, but he reflects the damage once again. Fada right clicking on Blow Your Brain. Kuro's being so annoying here. He's getting so low. Another Dual Breath. He goes down. Fada's picked off as well. Gold Black running for his life. Vlad's really helping out. Ghost Scepter used. And 2 dead heroes on the Radiant team. Kuro playing the Nyx as well as the Templar Assassin. The Clinks is still alive. They lost the Magnus. They lost the Darkseer. Still no ulti. Aghanim Scepter for Darkseer. They're able to hold things off after taking or after losing the top racks, but regardless, still a big loss for them. Now Blow Your Brain goes back in his jungle. Does he realize that all of the opponents are here? I'm not quite sure. He's looking for the net. Oh, almost cast the net. Not able to. Then he goes invis. I think he could have killed him right there, to be honest. I would have given him 5 seconds. Would have had maybe an Ice Path on top of that. Dual Breath finally being finished off, so they will be able to do some nice AoE slow by that and decent damage. Blow Your Brain, what's your money? 1400. That's pretty good. Hero levels, if we take a look at those, Clinks is definitely in the head. 22 is his level. He doesn't have any money, so I'm guessing he bought something. Let's see what it is. It's going to be possibly a BKB or a Demon Edge. One of those items. I don't know which one. Probably BKB, I'm guessing. No, it's probably Demon Edge. BKB is probably Batriders. Guess I could check. It's black. Wow, he's got both. He literally just took a Demon Edge and he got a BKB. So he's like, okay, well, I guess I have a lot of items. I should probably sell something. Most likely going to be the Aquila. Then he'll pick up the BKB. Wand is still pretty useful as an item. So Magic Immunity, he grabs another Demon Edge, and most likely is going to be a Monkey King bar. I think I don't expect this to be a Divine Rapier or anything like that. I think now that they grab their The Rex, they don't really need to. Just give him an MKB, protect yourself in case Naga Siren goes to Butterfly. That's the next choice for her. Butterfly would be the next choice. She's got Diffusal Blade level 2, so now drains 36 mana per hit. More illusion damage coming out of her. But with Butterfly gives, you know, huge evasion to all of your illusions. Would still be very good against TA. I don't know what he's building. He grabs a BKB next, so if she grabs Butterfly, it'll still be usable. I mean, it's that or I don't know. That's probably the best choice. I dare say anything else. Maybe something like an Abyssal Blade would work. You could do something. It doesn't apply to your illusions at all, which is kind of a waste other than the HP, but you can use it to stun Black, I guess. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I think Butterfly may be the answer, even if he does get the MKB. They might be initiating, though. There's the Surge coming forward. Scandal's going in. There's the ulti on top of Black. Ice Path follow up. The rest of the enemy team's there. There's the Vacuum ulti as well. He gets really low. BKB's popped. He's netted in. He can't do anything. He's taking some right clicks, and Naga's going to ulti, and they grab him solo. Great play there. And now they're not done yet. Changing targets. Alex is getting really low. There's another Vacuum. Diffusal Blade has been used to grab another kill. 2 dead heroes on the Radiant team now. Chasing after the Batrider, but he's going to blink away. Gives them some escape, and that's exactly what they needed. They don't care that they're solo ulting. They just need to kill Clinks. He's by far the highest farm on the Radiant team. He has a massive DPS advantage over the TA. They got him. Threw the ulti down. As soon as the BKB happened, they popped the Naga ulti, and that is what's going to give him this mid-rax, I think. I don't think this can be contested by the Radiant team. Kuro's going to throw a stun at least, but that's just going to slow him down for a second. It's only going to do so much. Funnick wants the last hit. Liquid Fire, of course, helping out for this, and he bought something. I don't know what that is. Scandal goes in. There's a skewer. Really bad for Kuro. He's going to put his shield up. Force Staff buys him a second, but the net, that's going to guarantee his death. Gem is on the ground. They can grab this now. Go Black. Is anybody going to? Scandal, he actually just kills it. No, I'm sorry. They grabbed it. I think he had one already. And Midrax does go down. There's the mech. More illusions, right-clicking towers. And Empire will book it. It's like, oh, take my TP scroll. Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Super fast Naga Siren, gonna TP out to the top lane. So while that happened, they didn't lose anything in the base. Hannah Midas still doing its job, and 3,800 gold now on Blow Your Brain. This game is gonna go late. He's catching up into levels. This mana's almost gone, of course, but no big deal. Man, those illusions do so much with the Diffusal Blade. It's such an impressive bonus. You get 26 agility, and you get the 36 mana drain. So such good illusion item, man. They will be picking off Ancients now. Just farming together. It is a Veil, that's what he's purchasing. So Veil, very, very good item for Jakiro. It's because Jakiro is all magic damage, essentially. You can boost up the damage of your allies as well. Like Lina, for example. Very, very good for that. And I love the stats it gives as well. For any support here, this is not bad. A lot of int gives you some int, gives you armor and HP regen. All things that a support here usually needs. Especially if you're playing a support versus physical DPS carries. It's just super easy. Cast it on the enemy team. You dual breath them, they take a little bit more damage. So Black's in the jungle now, 1,400 gold. Still looking for kills. He can definitely kill solo heroes very, very easily. He's got a 9-second stun, actually. Or BKB, excuse me. It is a Talisman Evasion, so most likely will be a Butterfly on Blow Your Brain. The 35% evasion is what he's aiming for. Gets 30 damage and 30 agility out of it. It really does increase your attack speed as well, so great item for illusions. If you're an agility hero, that is. Not so good on a hero like Chaos Knight. And Nessa's keeping the wards up. They're playing things very safe. Everybody's sticking together. They know that if they lose a team fight, they could lose again. I mean, that's what happened before. Naga got picked off. They weren't quite there in time. Rashana's up, and that's what they'll aim for. Aghanim Scepter's there for Darkseers. Now his illusions will spawn, or they'll do 140% of what the Radiant team does. There's the blink, and they grab Funnick. Can he get him to the low ground? He really needs a Force Staff, but he can't do it. Fada goes in. Actually, BKB is popped. More team fighting. Ghost Scepters everywhere. Scandal puts on the higher, and that's Kuro. He goes down immediately. Ulti as well. Finish him off. Go Black takes it. And there's the Naga Siren ulti. She's really low HP. 3 seconds, and she'll be healed. There's the Vacuum. Great Ice Path. Oh my god, did they die fast. That was impressive death there. The Clink's ulti, I'm sorry, the Clink's illusion, I'm sure did a lot of that damage. Really big team fight there. Ice Path, Macro Pyro follow-up, they just melted. Blow Your Brain got out of there before he died, and he's now healing up to full. 3,200 gold, bought us some, yeah, quarter staff for sure. He'll have his Butterfly finish in a second here. And he's also got Cleave, 50% in power, that's not to be scoffed at all. Gives him about, what, 75 damage? Yeah, 77 damage here is what he's getting out of Empower. It's ridiculously good. And now with the butterfly, it's going to give him even more. So 50% of this. Empower is giving him 90 damage, gives him AoE as well. And this guy is like a right-click monster. This is like the go-to right-click build. If you don't want to get Radiance, I think the Manto was really smart because it stopped the Clinks. He didn't really ever need it, but it was there. And of course, the pushing and general team fighting from those items is just so good. He's going to search the high ground. He doesn't care about tanking towers because he's got a heart. He's going to reflect everything. He actually puts his ulti down. They want to set up on this. They're going straight in. Fata from the long range is going to try to stop things. Will they go in PS? They will. There's the Ice Path PS in trouble. There's the nukes. And the ulti. Very, very easy kill. Go Black happy to ulti that one. Funix losing a lot of his mana though. Some right clicks. There's the illusion spread out. Huge illuminate once again, but they have so much right clicking in this tower here. Mech's going to keep them all healed up. Another illuminate. Kuroki is going to reflect some stuns. And they actually can't push in. It's going to get taken out. SS, great job on the Ghost Scepter. Blowy Brain's getting pulled in, though. There's reverse polarity on 2. Blowy Brain ready to turn this. Skewer's going to put him back. They're looking to right-click. Fada's getting away, though. He needs to net him, and he does. And now Fada's in so much trouble. Look at the right-click damage. It's insane. Barretta gets killed as well. They don't even need to mana drain this. Black running away. What's the buyback stat? Anybody else have it? Black cannot buy back. He just does not have the money. Needs 300 gold.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Right clicks on the 4 towers, and that's it. Good game, well played is called by mouz, and Empire is able to take the game. Pretty darn close game. Black did an awesome job farming his farm. It was insane. But Empire was able to farm up with Blow Your Brain. The Naga Siren just did not decrease in GPM. Net worth of 25,000. 672 GPM, great plays from him, and a 42-minute game. That's going to start things off for the day. mouz versus Empire, that was just game 1. We'll have game 2 coming up in just a second, guys. You can listen in the client if you're interested. It's a GosuLeague ticket, only $1. You can hear commentary, look at whatever you want to look at. If you don't like what I look at, it's up to you. And we'll be back in just a second with game 2 of the set. mouz versus Empire coming up afterwards. Empire versus DD. Don't go anywhere, guys.